been dealing with each other for 10 years. We do things like we're in a relationship. We travel. We go across the country. We promise we would never deal with nobody else.
What's the but?
But I feel like he don't want to go on the serious level.
Y'all been around the country together?
Wait a minute, it's been 10 years?
How long you been talking?
10 years.
But I'm gonna give you some harsh truth. Some men can meet your mama, have sex with you, live with you, have children with you, be talking about a future with you, and still not with you like that. And that's the serious truth about it. Because what'll happen is we'll be like, watch a man's actions, and everything about their actions from a superficial level tells you that he's interested in you. Y'all used y'all passports, went to Cabo, and was having sex on a balcony. And then he gonna have this nerve to say we ain't committed. But let me tell you this. Some men enjoy the convenience of a relationship, the benefits without the responsibility, the easygoing nature. You've had ample time to understand that this man only desires that, primarily enough. And if he wants more, he's not motivated just yet to give more. But why would he? Because your presence in his life ain't enough to motivate him to do that. All those things that you doing ain't motivating that man to put a ring on it. So my question to you is this. If you know you want commitment, how much longer of your valuable time are you gonna give to a man to show you that he wants the same thing? Take it for a minute that just got left for not proposing. So I know how it feels, all right?
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It is a new day. We thank the good Lord it's a new day. Thank God it is a new day. So good to see you again. Thanks for stopping by. 10 years. I really feel bad for this lady. He's wasting your time, your valuable time. Anyway, well, the focus of the topic is know your worth. It's totally worth it. It is worth it to know your worth. What does that really mean sometimes when we hear that? Well, I think it's really just having standards for yourself. You got to have certain standards for yourself, and you will not permit anybody to make you lower your standards. Live below your standards. Have standards for yourself. Like this lady, I could just say she doesn't have a standard for herself. 10 years. You're going around doing all things with him. It means nothing. Without the commitment. And you hear me say it all the time. Man, zip it up. Ladies, close your legs. I'm telling you. You're going to thank me later. Because once that is in place, the only thing you lose is the time you spent with this person. Don't waste someone's time, and do not let somebody else waste your time. Anyway, we're going to go through some videos and just try to establish this. Some may shock you, some may not. At the end of the day, we want to know our worth. Because it's all worth it. That way, it's all about self-respect. And we cannot give what we don't have. If you don't have self-respect, you cannot give respect to somebody else. Well, let's take a look at this next video. And please put your comments in the comments section below. Take a look.
Bottle of water is $1 at the store, $2 at the gym, $4 at the airport, and $7 on a damn flight. Same water, different price tag. Why? It ain't about the water. It's about where it's at. See, when you feel like people ain't seeing your value, it ain't because you ain't worth much. It's because you in the wrong spot. Maybe you ain't around the right crowd. Maybe you stuck in a place that ain't built to recognize what you bring. So next time you feel underestimated, stop doubting your worth. Ask yourself, where am I standing? Because if a damn bottle of water can be worth $7 just by switching its location, imagine what happens when you put yourself in the right place. Stop settling. Find where your value matches your ambition. And don't waste time trying to convince people who ain't got the vision to see it. Keep it moving. Sometimes you got to leave to level up.
Well, we all know who that is. 50 cents. He should write a book. I was shocked when I saw this video. Not shocked that he was saying it, but was just shocked that 50 cents was, spitting the bars in a different way. But this is really good advice. Sometimes you just have to remove yourself. And that's what I think happened to the first lady. She does not know how to remove herself. 10 years and you're still wondering what you're doing with the guy. He hasn't told you. Even if he doesn't tell you, you could ask him. Ask questions. Hey, what are we doing here? I'm not feeling this. And this is why it's so important to keep yourself. Keep your dignity. Don't let anybody toy around with you, mess around with you. That's your dignity. And you could just walk pridefully and leave somebody who's wasting your time. But once you start doing all the frivolous stuff, it kind of clugs your mind and clugs your vision. You know what I mean? Well, let's listen to this next one. And take a look.
So I've been married for more than 15 years.
Congratulations.
I have been in a side relationship that my husband recently found out about. How can I convince my husband to let me keep the side piece?
Well, first of all, he shouldn't. You need to change that convince word to manipulate.
Ooh.
We're not going to play those games right now. You took a vow.
The audacity.
You took vows. You stood before God or whatever it is you believe in and said that you were going to love this man in sickness and through health, for rich and for poor. You said that you committed whenever you took that vow. You committed to be there even in the hard times, even in the times where you were not fully emotionally fulfilled. You still took on that position to say that I'm going to have those conversations. I'm going to communicate. I'm not going to breach the trust in this marriage. You lack marital integrity. And if you lack marital integrity, you lack integrity as a person as well. So my next point to make is the audacity must be on sale right now for you to be able to say, how can I convince my husband, a man at that, convince my husband to let me still have a side relationship as if I did not betray this man, as if I did not hurt this man, as if I did not dishonor this man, as if I did not disrespect this man, and you want to ask for something? You want to ask for what it seems like more of a favor because it's only going to work in your favor. It's nothing that is going to work for him. I don't like when we play these games like this.
No.
You entered into what you two believe was a monogamous agreement, and you made it a polyamorous thing.
Ooh.
You did.
Ooh.
Let me tell you something else that you did. Let's talk about the lack of responsibility. I'm going to tell you one more thing because I'm sure some other panelists have something to say. This is the problem that I have. Whenever you open up your marriage to something that somebody else did not consent to, if your side piece has depression or anxiety or anything like that, there's a spiritual exchange that takes place when you go sleep with somebody else that you now have invited into your home. So part of the reason why your marriage is not happy is because you were lusting over the fence to begin with. You invited that into your marriage. You corrupted your home. The best thing for you to do, because he does have the right to leave you. The best thing that you could do, the responsible thing you can do, is either end that relationship on the side or leave that man alone and let somebody else find him.
Wow. I cannot believe the lady had the audacity to ask a question like that. You're messing around and you want advice on how to convince your husband to be okay with you messing around. Oh my goodness. What is this world turning into? At first, when I heard her, I thought it was a joke. This is, you know what? I couldn't have said it any better. The lady that responded, I can't remember her name now. She responded, nothing else to be said. However, there's a quick response I have to that. Somebody else is going to give her the closing remarks on that. Take a look.
I'm going to be honest. Why when women say I'm living my best life, they always go and do some hoe shit? Why's the best you could do is be a slut?
If you can say it any better, drop it in the comment section below. That was just totally messed up. I cannot believe somebody will come out and ask a question. You are in a supposedly committed relationship. You have the audacity to come out and ask a question. You need advice on how to cheat on your spouse and for your spouse to be okay with you doing that. You have no self-worth. You don't know your worth, and you have no value for yourself. You've got to do better. That's what that tells me. You don't know your worth, you don't know your value, and you have no standards. We've got to do better. Life is not to be lived carelessly. It must be lived carefully with wisdom. We only get one chance to life. We don't want to mess it up. Well, let's listen to this last one to just close it out for us. And please put your comments in the comment section below. Take a look.
You see people operating from a place of low self-worth. They're constantly needing affirmations. They're constantly needing assurance for somebody. And then what you'll see from a codependent person is that they get stuck in this place of integration, but integration can only work when it's two people fighting for we. But when it's one person only fighting for we and the other person is fighting for I, it's not going to work. And that's when you have to turn the mirror and look at yourself and see, how much work am I doing? What am I sacrificing for myself? What am I doing to abandon myself just to do what I can to fulfill this person's needs? In a situation, because you see a lot of people operating from a place of low self in situationships, and most times it's because they're coming from an unhealed place, and they tell themselves, well, since I have dealt with worse before, I can sit this out and possibly this will change. But you're keeping your state in a place of delusion when you're constantly waiting for that change, because it is a person who has made the decision not to really rock with you or even confirm anything with you, because if they do confirm something, they're not going to get the same benefits. The relationship is going to change, and they're aware of that. You're the person who's not aware of that. So the problem is you're not taking a chance to actually look at yourself. You're constantly looking at what that person needs instead of paying attention to what it is that you need.
Powerful. Know your worth. It's totally worth it. People will treat you the way you present yourself. Dress the way you want to be addressed. Know your worth. It's totally worth it. Have standards, have values, and value yourself. And do not let anybody make you live below your standards that you set for yourself. It's totally worth it. Please drop your comments in the comment section below. Let us know what you think about this. We'll be coming back with more pieces. And you know how we like to wrap it up. We never like to leave without reminding ourselves that we always remember we've got one life with many seasons. So let's make the best of it. God bless you, and I'll see you soon. You take care now. Bye for now.